Good afternoon. You are tuned into Ability Matters, a program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. Ability Matters is one of the longest running disability-related programs in the whole wide world. Starting its headway on air in 2007, you can now listen to podcasts of previous Ability Matters programs on YouTube and Spotify. Just search for Ability Matters. Ability Matters is brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability.
Okay, let's start again proper from the top there. I'm your host, Tony Scolamillo, and with me as per usual, my co-host, Bec from Flagstaff. How are you, Bec?
Good. How are you this morning, Tony?
A little bit flustered, but that's just time point reality, you know what it is, but yeah. It's just another day. Good stuff.
You're good, mate.
All right. And who do we have with us today? I think
we actually have someone back that we had 2 weeks ago. We have Sam from Beacon of Hope Project.
That's right.
And we actually have in the studio with us Sam's support worker, Ebony. So, hello, Ebony. Thank you for coming and bringing Sam along today.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you. Now, I suppose, do you want to do a song first, or would you like to get straight into the interview?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Lil for the past 2 hours of her wonderful show, My Generation. Always good stuff, Lil, and I was listening to it this morning as well. Honestly, I listen to it whenever I can, but yes, good tunes. I like the way they come through. And yes, of course, the time now is 5 minutes past the hour of 12 p.m. So yes, I should say 5 minutes past 12, but yes, okay. Now, the weather for this morning, cliche, I know we have to do this sort of thing. Wollongong for Tuesday. Looking at sunny, if you can still get outside. Pretty strong streaming sunshine at the moment, even though this morning was a little bit iffy about it, but that's just the way it is with weather. And the winds, however, the more technical stuff now. Winds are easterly by northeasterly, 20 to 30 kilometres an hour, turning north by northwesterly, 15 and 25 kilometres early this evening. We have only a 5% chance of rain, as a blue sky out there would suggest that, and that rainfall when it comes, or if it comes, will be less than 1 millimetre. So, yeah,
not really anything.
not good for your betting man out there. And we still have a high fire danger rating as well. The weather, the top weather for this morning will be 23.5 degrees, but it will feel like 20 degrees, yeah. The humidity, however, is at 48%, and the dew point is 11.9 degrees. I'm not quite sure what that means exactly, but yeah.
That's early in the morning. Before it gets to that temperature, it's gonna be all wet all over everything.
So it's gonna be pretty irrelevant for the moment. No drama.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay, so let's just move into today's show, shall we? I've got here some. I'm gonna open with some tunes. Okay, I've got here some good old Aussie stuff here. Diesel, classic Diesel from 1992. Tip of My Tongue from the album Here and Now. Here we go. Beautiful stuff. Okay, we just had The Band, that's the name of the group, eh? The Band with the song The Shape I'm In from 1970 album Stage Fright. And now let's get over to the interview with Sam and Bec Force down the side of the table. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Good selections to open us up there.
Lovely.
So, straight into it, Sam. Let's just dive straight in. So you recently went to the Community Industry Group Service Awards. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I was really fortunate enough to have my boss at Berkeley Community Centre, Maria, nominate me for an Impact Award. It was a massive, massive privilege, and I was so just stunned to be nominated, and then to be a finalist, and then what happened was it was beyond. I'm beyond grateful and beyond it was an amazing privilege, and yeah.
So I'm just put in there for those people that don't know what Community Industry Group is.
Go for it.
They're like the regulator or advocacy body that looks after non-for-profit organisations. They usually have their service awards every 2 years, so to be on that list was pretty exciting. I'm sure it was. And yeah, they do a bit of a good old shindig there. They get everyone involved, have dinner and everything like that, and follow up with some dancing at the end of the night.
Bit of a general party to celebrate how well they went that year. Beautiful.
Yeah, because it's for the community sector. So a lot of people are putting in long hours and things like that, and just to get a bit of recognition is a great way to end the year, I suppose.
It was honestly a very well organised event. It was amazing, very professional, very it was very exciting, and
it sounds well deserved too.
And we got to dress up really lovely
Embrace
and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really lovely, and it was in awe kind of being with everyone else who's also doing kind of good stuff in the community.
And on top of that, just got reminded, they did offer us, or they did provide us with a 3-course meal. So that was actually quite exciting to have little snippets of lovely food arrive throughout the evening, as well as listening to the awards and the award ceremony going on. So
they didn't leave you empty-stomached?
No. And I'll have to be honest, they were generous with the drinks as well.
Wow.
And they had a really moving welcome to country, and
that was amazing. Yeah. I think she's the same lady that did the Unadilla train station lift opening.
Yes.
She does an amazing job, and
it was very powerful. And
I apologise, cannot remember your name specifically, but you do amazing work.
Yeah.
Was it a community broadcaster?
No, it was like an elder.
Oh, an elder.
Yeah. She comes and she comes and she does this great. Wow, and she tailors it as well to what the situation is. So it's very personal to what's happening at the time. So does a really good job with that.
Fitting, yes.
And as we are on Aboriginal land, and always was, always will be, it's really lovely to have someone who is able to represent whose land it is, and to do it in a very meaningful and powerful way, and to welcome us, because obviously it is Aboriginal land we are on.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. And so I suppose following on from that, we are on Dharawal land, so respects to elders past, present and emerging.
So does that mean a specific type of Aboriginal land, Dharawal?
Dharawal is what we're actually on, yes. So it's either Dharawal or Wadi Wadi people. They're in the Illawarra region.
Right, so it's not the specific... I'm trying to get this clear in my head now. I always thought that it always says we're on Dharawal land. I'm thinking, does that mean it's the part, if it was on a map, that would be Dharawal, like a suburb or something like that? So you'd have all different tribes all over the country, and so they've got their own little sections. So it would be like Illawarra transferred to Dharawal in Aboriginal. So I mean no offence now when I put it this way.
No, it's good to ask questions.
In Aboriginal terms now, so Dharawal is like the suburb, yeah?
Or the region. The region, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it covers a broad range, and it even goes as far up as into the Campbelltown region, and goes a bit further down towards Nowra and the south coast.
Wonderful.
So it's a pretty big area. Anyway, we'll jump back into the questions. Yes, there's some Aboriginal education for everyone out there. So the Impact Award, that's a pretty big award. So tell us a little bit more about why you were nominated for that award. Do you know?
So up until a few weeks ago, no, I did not really recognise what I had done and why I got nominated for it. But I guess I've been doing a lot of self-discovery and recognising lately. And a lot of the work I do in the community, other than my part-time 8 hours a week at the community centre, is all volunteer work. And so in the last year, I've been able to work with organisations like What Were You Wearing. I've been able to volunteer as well at Berkeley Community Centre, and then I've been able to open a not-for-profit of my own, and we are amplifying women's dignity, purpose, and helping create change, which, we have been able to start candle classes, we've got a disability inclusive market with the second one coming. You know, we have empowerment events coming up. So, you know, I don't really think that what I do is extraordinary or really deserves an impact award, but I do probably am slowly recognizing that as I'm like doing my own self-discovery and recognition that, you know, I have made impact on some people's lives, which, you know, as long as it's like, even if it just changes one person's life, that's all that really matters.
Well, I beg to differ because someone thought that you deserved to win that award. And the judges thought that you deserved to win that award. And so for those that didn't catch it, Sam won the Individual Impact Award, so that's a pretty big award to win there. I don't know, like...
It was a privilege. It was a very shocking, like it was not shocking in a bad way, but it was like, it stunned me. Like, I didn't expect it, and I am so grateful for what has happened in the last year, for what I have got to achieve, what I've got to do, and, you know, so I am really proud and privileged to be in the situation I am now. So I'm really privileged to have won such an award and be recognised for the work.
Awesome. Thank you so much for explaining a little bit more about what that's for, because it sounds to me like you've done a lot in a short amount of time, so definitely worth the recognition.
Thank you.
We'll cross over to Tony now and we'll have some more music. What have you got for us there, Tony?
I've got, everyone would know this song from, I think it's a Huey Lewis and the News song, Do You Believe in Love, from 1982 album, Picture This. I'm sure it's been heard in many different movies as well, but for now, let's have a listen to it. It's a great tune.
I'm gone.
And we're back with the interview between Bec from Flagstaff and Samantha from Beacon of Hope. Samantha or Sam?
Sam or Samantha.
Yeah,
It's
either
okay.
one. That's good. Lovely.
Are you like me? Do you get Samantha if you're in trouble?
Yeah, the only person that I don't want to call me Samantha is my mum.
Yeah, I get that off my mum a lot too.
Anyone else, I don't really mind the Samantha. I actually like it in some senses, but my mum, no thank you.
Yeah,
It's
that's when
official
you,
like condescending. Oh, Samantha?
Yes.
yeah, that's when you know, whoop, what'll it do.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, back to the interview. So, we're just talking about the Community Industry Group Service Awards and how Sam won the Individual Impact Award. And I suppose I'm just curious to know, how did you feel afterwards, Sam?
I was in shock, like utter disbelief that it happened. I didn't think that it was going to happen, and I didn't really prepare. Like, I did prepare a short speech, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise I would have got up there and gone
But Sam, the bigger question was it a dream for you? Like, oh wow, only in a dream, like, yeah.
Literally,
Yes.
I did not think that, that was something that would ever happen to me. And
Wonderful.
when I started doing all this work and stuff, I never realized there was any awards for recognition, and I don't think there necessarily needs to be awards for recognition, because we do it because we enjoy it and it's about giving back. But it was really lovely to know that.
Be recognised.
Yeah, so.
I was actually sitting on the table with Sam,
Yes.
with Berkeley Neighbourhood Centre.
Yeah.
And I kept pointing to her saying, it's you. And she's like, no, there's some really big people in there. No, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's you.
She did, and I honestly thought, no, it won't be, and yeah, and
Put your name all over it.
and honestly, like, because the message I'm trying to push at the moment is like, things do get better, hope is real, and I hope that this shows people that hope is real and things do get better. Just, you've got to hold on, and you can achieve your dreams. A bad time doesn't mean a bad life. So yeah.
And it's also proof that everything is worthwhile. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, but you can do amazing things with what you want to do in your life, and it's just about having that courage to actually step out and do it. And you've certainly shown that, Sam.
Thank you.
No, that's all right. Not a problem. So I think, it's been a massive year for you. What do you think kicked it all off? What do you think started this ball rolling in motion?
So last year I was probably in one of the worst mental states of my life, and I was lucky enough to move out of that NDIS home I was living in and start accessing actual trauma-informed supports. From that, I was really, really lucky to then connect with groups that aligned with my values and that gave me purpose. And that's why when I started Beacon of Hope Project, our mission is to amplify dignity and purpose, because dignity and purpose gives you quality of life. And I'm very, very strong about that message. So I think last year I was very just fortunate that things fell into place, even though there was a lot of bad things that happened, that I could never describe how awful they were. They also put me on a path to start doing advocacy with organizations, start learning, start growing, building capacity, and then that's where it just kind of started going, and then it never stopped. And now I just have too many projects that I can't
keep up.
Yeah. So I think that, I was just very fortunate that it kind of started to pick up after 15 years, but I would definitely say trauma-informed supports was that key thing, and I'm very fortunate. So yeah.
And I also want to acknowledge, because it's you and the courage that you had to be open and take on what was offered to you. A lot of people out there don't want to do that, and that's a lot of the time that's what's holding them back. So having that courage to step out there and do what you need to do to get yourself on track, I think is highly commendable.
Thank you. I think that there's a lot of the issue with community services is there's a lot of obvious organisations that are in it for the right reason and doing it for the right things. But unfortunately with things like NDIS, there's a lot that just want to make money and stuff.
Exploit the situation.
Yeah, and that's where, my quality of life last year got ripped away from me. And so my biggest thing I emphasize to people who are trying to find new support homes or support work, or supports in general, you go with your gut, because you deserve to have choice and control. That's a right. Just because you live in a care home doesn't mean you don't deserve that. And so it's just about now hopefully using that message to help others.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well said, Sam.
Thank you.
No, we couldn't. Okay, so
I suppose we'll flick to another one if that's all right.
Another tune. Let's have a look here. I've got some Graham Bonnet lined up with It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Originally released in 1977, but was originally released or written by Bob Dylan in 1965.
VOX 106.9, the Illawarra's community station.
Yes, we just had, of course, I already said it, but we just had Graham Bonnet with It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, from 1977, but it's a Bob Dylan original from 1965. There you go.
Thanks for that, Tony. So we're rolling straight back into it.
The interview between Bec from Flagstaff and Sam from Beacon of Hope Project.
Good one. There's so much more to come over the next month or so. Could you please remind us of what events are coming up, because you've got a lot on?
Yeah. So our next market is coming up on the 29th of November, which is a Saturday, and that is a disability inclusive market, and we've got over 20 vendors this time. So that's grown from our last market, which had about 13 vendors, and it's about it being inclusive for people with a disability, but just inclusion is the main purpose. It will be held at the Illawarra Yacht Club on, like I said, the 29th of November from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we have Santa who's going to be there taking free photos. We have amazing vendors who will be there with some like amazing things they're going to sell. And we have live music as well. And then a few other events that we have coming up for the end of the year to kind of finish off the year is we have our DIY and Dream Christmas Women's Empowerment event. And that is a event where women can come and, you know, do a few activities together and in a safe place and, you know, connect and get some support. And it's like a holistic peer-led activity. And then on Christmas Day, we are hosting a free community barbecue at the Illawarra Skate Park from 11 to 1. And it's basically open to anyone who wants to come. We'll be only serving food till it runs out because, that's
fair enough.
First in, first serve, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it's a really great initiative that she's showing there to do something. First of all, on Christmas Day, when there are a lot of people out there that can't actually be with loved ones, things like that, and it's free. And when do you get anything free anymore?
It's the biggest attractive flag wave, isn't it?
And also, all them kiddies that have got their new skateboards, bikes, rollerblades, roller skates, whatever they've got, that's all going to be there.
Yeah, and like
Beautiful.
Because Christmas Day is obviously a hard day for a lot of people. So by having like this community barbecue, we can bring some Christmas cheer to everyone, and then people don't have to necessarily spend it alone, which will be really lovely. So free community barbecue, so we don't have to, like, as a community, suffer in whatever way Christmas brings up whatever emotions. So it's exciting.
I'm way for it. Sounds like an awesome initiative.
See, big thumbs up on the other
You're
side
probably
of the table,
you're probably gonna be doing that for a lot of years to come. So hopefully you don't have any plans for Christmas for a few years.
I hope to do it for many years to come, and I hope that it grows, and I hope that eventually we can get more community organisations to do such thing, because I think that last year one thing I did on social media was I promoted a few organisations, but they're primarily in Sydney, that do like a Christmas food day, there wasn't really much here. And I think there's so many people that do spend it alone, or even if they spend it with family, it can be a sad day for whatever reason. So let's get together as a community and spread some cheer.
I love it. I love it.
Just
are we going to decorate a tree down there?
A big pine Christmas tree?
I would love to, but I think the most we'll do is take some tinsel to set up where we're eating, just because of clean up and everything.
Yeah.
And, just due to my own, fatigue and stuff, I've just got to watch out for burnout and stuff. So and I think that's what is a very important thing of doing all this now. It's recognizing what we can't and can't do. And
wouldn't it be awesome if we would get Wollongong City Council to decorate that whole line of trees along Northcliffe Drive?
That would be so nice.
Wollongong City Beach, North Beach, let's bring some beach. Cheer. Let's decorate our trees.
Yeah, I think so. I think, the thing is,
I've put them in it.
For community members, individuals, it's very hard because Christmas decorations can be so expensive. So even people decorating their houses these days, it's something that they just can't do, The thing when you see Christmas decorations and you see people celebrating Christmas and stuff, it just makes you happy. I set my Christmas decorations up in October, because I believe you should have it up for 3 months instead of 1, because I'm a very big Christmas person. So this Christmas barbecue is primarily just so that people don't have to spend it alone, or they can bring their families down and we can all just spend it together and spread some Christmas cheer.
Awesome. My
And
last
empowering-
question.
Yes, that's just an empowering grouping activity. Lovely.
Yeah, it's like, bringing people together in a safe and friendly environment.
Exactly, and who knows, they could make friends, and it's a lasting friendship.
Inclusion, 100%.
So my last question for you today, Sam, how if listeners would like to get involved or attend any of your events, how can they reach out to Beacon of Hope Project?
So our email would be one way. If you want to find out what we do, things like that, you can always send us an email and I can send you whatever information we have and then direct you to our social media platforms that have more information. So our email is info.beaconofhopeproject@gmail.com. But if you want to go directly to our social media platforms and see what we're doing, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, it literally is just Beacon of Hope Project. That is the username. And for our markets, we do have BOHP markets on Facebook, which is kind of just an additional page so that we can highlight our vendors and what's happening at markets and, a bit more, specific to our markets because,
Awesome.
So just to clarify there, sorry, that was BOH Project, yes?
BOHP markets is the BOHP. But then the other social media is Beacon of Hope Project.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm sure a quick Google search would lead you there too, yes?
Yes, and if you go on Google and find the social media, it's pink. That's the theme. So it's quite bright pink.
Can't miss it.
No, you can't. So definitely look out for pink and then you'll know you're in the right direction.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam, and thank you so much for coming back on.
Thank you for
After
having
winning
me.
that award, I had to have you back. I was like, I know we just had you, but we have to talk about that and promote your stuff again. It's really great.
Thank you for having me.